Hello everyone, I warmly welcome you once again to this new video. It's great to have you back with us. Today we have a super compact power station on test for you, and it comes at an equally super compact price. We're talking about the S300 from Allpowers. What can we really expect from this little device, what it's capable of, and whether it's worth the investment or not? That's exactly what we'll thoroughly examine in today's video. So let's dive right into the video. But before we do that, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our future videos. You can find the current prices of this little gadget in the video description below. And with that, let's get started after the intro. Whether you're camping, attending festivals, going on outings, or even at home, anywhere there's no fixed power supply, a power station is a pretty handy thing to have. That's why today I have for you a super compact device at an equally super compact price. We're talking about the S300 from Allpowers. What can we really expect from this super compact power station? That's exactly what we'll thoroughly explore in today's video. Starting with the external appearance, we received the S300 in a clear and discreet cardboard box. On the front, there's just an image with the corresponding product name, and on the back, a few key specifications. That's it, there's nothing more to see on the product box. That's why now we'll take a look at what's inside the package. Upon opening the box, the first thing we see is a small bag. This contains all the small accessories like the power adapter and power cable. Next, of course, there's a user manual for the power station, and finally, the actual device at the bottom of the product box. And that's it for the package contents. Everything you need to charge the power station at home is included. Alternatively, there's also the optional solar panel, which we'll take a closer look at later in the test. Now, let's shift our focus to the actual power station, the S300. I don't think I promised too much. As you can see, the S300 is really small. It's a 288 watt-hour power station in a super compact form factor. The power station measures just around 180 by 210 by 110 millimeters, and as you can see, weighs only about 3,100 grams, which is particularly convenient and advantageous for transportation and, of course, for storage as well. That's precisely why we find a large-sized foldable plastic handle on the top. This handle gives a very sturdy and durable impression, and as you can see, it has an orange rubberized surface on the underside, which provides better grip and handling. Not to forget, on the bottom, there are 4 small rubber feet to ensure high stability even on smooth surfaces. Otherwise, the power station makes a really good impression externally. It's made of a thick plastic casing, well crafted with no plastic residues, even and consistent gaps, so there's really nothing to complain about in that regard. For this reason, I suggest we now take a closer look at the most important ports and components of this power station. As you can see, there are no ports on the back, which means the ports are located on the right, left, and front. Starting on the left side, we can see a total of 6 ports highlighted by orange plastic, making them very visible. The question is, what do we have here? As you can see, there are 2 12-volt ports, each with 5 amps, then 3 USB ports with a maximum of 5 volts and 3 amps, and on the far left, a small USB-C port with a maximum of 100 watts. On the other side, as you can see, there are 3 more ports, of which only 2 can be used as inputs. First, we have a barrel jack socket for the included power adapter with a 5.5 millimeter diameter. Right next to it is an Anderson plug for solar panels for charging, and lastly, on the far right, a 12-volt output for the car adapter. Now the question arises, how can we actually charge the power station? We've already seen 3 possibilities. First, the barrel jack socket for the included power adapter. This provides a maximum of 60 watts. This means that it will take around 5 to 6 hours to charge the power station from 0 to 100% using this input. Option number 2, charging via solar panels. For this purpose, as mentioned earlier, there's an Anderson connector on the left side, which I personally find extremely practical because it allows you to charge the power station using existing solar panels. Just to mention, the power station accepts a maximum input power of 80 watts. It's worth noting that Allpowers offers an optional solar panel designed specifically for this power station. The solar panel is capable of reaching a maximum of 100 watts. It's a foldable solar panel, making it easy to store and transport due to its low weight. I also extensively tested this in practice, and in varying weather conditions, I achieved around 60 to a maximum of 65 watts in terms of power output. This means that for those who are frequently on the move, you can recharge the power station on the go using the solar panel. So, if you opt for charging via a solar panel and can achieve the maximum power input of 80 watts, it would take approximately 3 to 4 hours to fully charge. Additionally, you can also use the 12-volt port and, on the other side, the USB-C port for charging, both supporting a maximum of 60 watts. Finally, for those looking to maximize charging speed, there's a bidirectional charging function, which means you can use both the USB port and the regular barrel jack input simultaneously to charge the power station from both sources combined, reducing the charging time to around 2 hours. So that covers the ports on the right and the left. Now let's take a look at the front and explore the key elements. As you can see, the S300 conveniently features two built-in LEDs on the front for illuminating the surroundings. These LEDs can be activated using small orange buttons located to the right and left of the LEDs. Upon measurement, I found a brightness of approximately 110 to 120 lux at a 1 meter distance. This means that in the dark, the LEDs are, in my opinion, sufficiently bright at close range and offer a wide illumination angle. In the center between the two LEDs, you'll find a small built-in display where you can access important information such as battery charge status and current consumption. There are also 3 additional small buttons. The display is a compact LCD display, which I believe is adequately sized to easily read the most important information directly from the power station. This includes the current battery charge percentage, the current output power, and the remaining runtime. The only thing I might consider optimizing here is the brightness. This means that indoors there's no issue at all. Only under direct sunlight or in bright studio lighting, the display can be relatively hard to read, as you may have noticed in the video. The positive aspect here is that in practice, we don't really rely on the display because the power station also features Bluetooth, allowing you to make settings directly from your smartphone and check the current charge status, for example. Allpowers provides a handy app for this purpose, which I also extensively tested for you. Regarding the app, I can say it works reliably. Connecting to the power station takes just a few clicks and remains quite stable. I also conducted a range test and easily achieved a range of up to 25 meters where I could activate, deactivate, or read from the power station. For this, there's a small button on the left. Press it for a few seconds and the power station automatically activates Bluetooth, as indicated by the symbol on the display. Now you can easily connect the power station and control it wirelessly. As you can see, another practical feature is that the 3 most important buttons have backlighting. This means both the Bluetooth button and the DC and AC buttons have backlighting, making them very easy to read. Now, on to the most crucial point, the AC output. As you can see, the S300 has 2 AC outlets, each rated for 300 watts, with the capability to handle peaks of up to 500 watts. I tested the inverter, and it delivers a really clean sine wave, which is excellent. Similarly, I thoroughly tested the power station's maximum output. In terms of power, the power station handles 300 watts with ease. Moreover, it can go slightly above 300 watts, meaning it can handle around 350 watts without any issues for a few minutes. Beyond 350 watts, the overload protection kicks in after a few seconds. The power station is cooled by built-in fans on the inside. Air is drawn in from the left side and expelled through the ventilation slots on the right. Under a high load, around 300 watts, the power station produces only 41.5 decibels of noise, which, in my opinion, is quite pleasant. The only downside is that the fan runs continuously once I activate the AC function. In this regard, I would have preferred the fan to kick in only at a certain power threshold and automatically adjust its speed to reduce noise levels. But this is, of course, nitpicking at a high level. Moving on, what else is worth mentioning? Of course, we shouldn't forget the last charging option located at the top, a built-in wireless charging pad, allowing us to charge our smartphone wirelessly. It supports power levels of up to 5 watts. So let's get to the last and most crucial point, the built-in battery. In this regard, it's important to note that unlike other power stations, the S300 does not use lithium iron phosphate batteries, but rather lithium-ion batteries. On one hand, this provides the advantage of higher energy density, meaning we can store more energy in a smaller space, which is why the power station is so compact, lightweight, and easy to handle. On the other hand, lithium-ion batteries also come with certain drawbacks. They have a shorter lifespan compared to lithium iron phosphate batteries and pose a fire risk if the cells are mechanically deformed. The power station has a specified capacity of a solid 288 watt-hours. I also verified this practically using a battery tester and obtained varying results. In the first attempt, the meter showed a total capacity of approximately 232 watt-hours. In the second attempt, it was already 239 watt-hours. The difference from the stated 288 watt-hours can likely be attributed to the fact that the battery cells require a certain number of cycles to reach their maximum capacity. This means that, in practice, it's common for the battery to go through 20 to 50 cycles before reaching its maximum capacity, which is approximately 288 watt-hours. Furthermore, one must also consider that there are losses within the power station, specifically in the voltage converters and such. Therefore, it's not practically possible to achieve the full 288 watt-hours. As for how the capacity of this power station evolves over time and what maximum capacity it eventually reaches, I cannot make any predictions. I can only represent the current state. And with that, we've covered everything, and I'd say it's time for the concluding verdict. All in all, I would say that the Allpowers S300 is a solid device with numerous connectivity options for a relatively low cost. For those who are frequently on the go and need a charging solution where a small power bank just won't suffice, this larger power bank is undoubtedly a good choice. And that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel for free and activate the notification bell to never miss a video in the future. You can find the current prices for this product in the video description below. Thank you for your support, and with that, take care until next time. Goodbye.